It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan.
You know, to say you don't know, can you recall a situation where every airport in the country...
Obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
There has been a second explosion, second tower, the one a bit further to the south of us, has collapsed.
September 11th, 2001, a turning point of modern history. The world witnessed its international superpower, USA, attacked. Two planes hit the north and south towers of the World Trade Center, and another one crashed into the Pentagon. Organized by the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, the attacks resulted in the death of 2,996 people, and amongst them are 343 firemen, rushing into dangers to save others. The World Trade Center has collapsed within an hour, and with them falls the daydream of peace and safety. The world is forever changed after this day.
I was in Sydney, Australia when I first saw it on TV. It's like 20 years ago, but I still remember this very clearly. I was watching some news on TV, and suddenly there's a breaking news coming up, and the image I saw is like two planes crashing into the World Trade Tower, and then the tower collapsed like within 1 hour. I think this is really a shocking image to me, and I feel very confused because I've never seen anything like that before. And then my first reaction is it some kind of action movie or something? But turns out it's really a real event. I don't know, who's doing it, and I don't know how many people died because of this. But I think for the whole world, it's going to be very different from now on. So for me, and also I feel a little bit confusing as well. I really don't understand how come such thing will happen, and for me, my reaction, of course, is very shocking and confused. I think for my personal experience, I think from that event, the word of 911, the word of terrorism, had become a key word actually in our mind, and I think this event, just make everybody be in the state where we cannot stay away from the terrorism anymore, and we used to think that we are living in a peaceful world, especially where we are living in Australia. We thought everything is so nice and simple, and we never thought there was such thing like a terrorist attack. So for us, it's really a life-changing event. And personally, for example, if you from now on, there will be a tightened security control in an airport. And the other point I want to talk about is really the increasing tension between the Arab world and the United States, or probably the whole western side world. We know Bush launched a war against the Arabian world and against the Taliban. I think the influence is really about the whole world is not the same anymore, and we used to have a vision that everybody in this world can live peacefully together. We can have a family in this whole world. But we from that event, we know that that's actually not gonna happen in the short future. People might start to see the United States as a different country. We used to see United States as a number one country in many areas, right? Finance, culture, their value. But after this event, I think we have to respect the fact that there's really people out there who hold the different values, and they don't really look at the U.S. as a country like we do, and I think we have to respect that. I think from our point of view, it's really, there's actually split view on the United States from the event of 9/11. Some people might thought that the United States are being a hero, right, rising from ashes and getting stronger and leading war against the terrorism. But some might thought that in the U.S. are kind of getting weaker, right? They are getting as vulnerable as ever, right? They become the victim of all those terrorist attack. And some even thought that there must be a reason behind the attack, right? What the U.S. have done to those people that cause so much hatred, that make those people attack such violent, taking that violent actions, right? We all know that there must be a reason behind every actions. And I think for 9/11, we have to think about it. There might be something that United States have done to other people, right? But we don't know what it is. But I think that my point is that from then on, I think people might look at the whole thing differently. We don't think that the U.S. As dominant as before, and we start to respect that there might be people look at things in a different angle. I think that probably is also one of the things I think or one of the impacts that 9/11 has over, I think, every people around the world.
The 9/11 attacks have changed and reshaped the world as we know it. America's dominance over the world is challenged. Terrorism is on its rise. Muslims are scapegoated for what the terrorists have done. And airports have tightened security checks. Generations will live under the shadow of terrorism and insecurity because of the attacks.